Hello and welcome to the second Project Sovereign video. In this video, I'll be fleshing out the basic shape of the bottom of the saucer. I'll create and refine the ridges and set the stage for the rest of the ship. So I figured out the quads on the bottom of the saucer. So as you can see, when I do my selection, non-quads, the bottom of the saucer is fine. There's only one tiny triangle at the top. I'm not really going to sweat it because it's not messing up the geometry. As you can see, it looks pretty close to what the model should look like. A little bit of tugging here, but it's not that bad. So I'm going to leave it for now. But otherwise, it's looking fine. I had to get creative underneath this part. Not too crazy about the geometry here. I might refine this later. But they're all quads underneath here. And it's pretty smooth, and I want to keep this edge crisp. So you see I moved any stars or pulls to the bottom, which is flat. If they were here, this would be a problem because it would be tugging, it would be uneven. So I moved them all down here. So stars and pulls on this flat bottom are not a big deal. I'm not really going to waste my time trying to remove them. So this is a work in progress, and I have a lot of work to do left on the bottom of the saucer, but for now I'm happy with where it's at. So the time has come to create these ridges at the bottom of the saucer. I don't know if you can see that there's kind of these ridges that are extruded at the bottom. So I've already aligned my edges more or less to conform with this. I'm probably going to refine this, but in a bit I'm going to start extruding these and refining these, and hopefully I can get this extruded ridge shape down pat for the bottom of the saucer. So I got a little further on extruding these lower levels here, and I made this center one. So I just need to tighten some things up. Not too bad. Just some areas tugging here and there. I also need to smooth this out because this smoothly transitions, as you can see, through here to make this little window bank. So I need to cut that out as well. And just tighten up this area too. So getting there, but this is a fairly complicated shape. And I don't want to create too many edges going out this way because it's going to go above the saucer, and I want to keep the edges to a minimum because I don't want to overly complicate it and tighten up the shape. So just going to keep working on this, and I'll be back with another update. Okay, so I've added more of these layer terraces here, and it's looking pretty okay, but I need to do some cleanup. You see there's some pinching here. Things are a little bit sloppy with the topology. So I'm just going to clean this up, and I can show you a bit of the process at the same time. So as you can see, I've cleaned up the area underneath here. I was using this ellipse as a guide to put all of this into place. And this has been all cleaned up, and what I had to do is I had to tighten up this corner right here. It was looking a little flabby before, so I just added an edge loop right here. And I actually have it terminating in a triangle right here because I didn't want to continue this up to the top of the saucer because this gets really difficult to smooth out if you have too many edge loops. So I just put this in here for now. Hopefully it's not going to cause too much trouble. I don't think it's going to really bother the final version of this mesh. So I'm just going to keep going with some tweaking, and hopefully I'll have a finished model for you soon. Alright, so I've done some more smoothing out. Things are looking pretty good. I'm still going to make a few more adjustments, but I'm pretty happy with things as they are right now, after all is said and done. I don't really care about what's going on down here because all of these areas right here are going to be covered up by this part of the secondary hull. You see it's all one big piece. So that's going to be covering up this. I might just delete these polygons anyway because I don't really need them. But otherwise, coming along pretty good. Pretty much done with the saucer. I'm going to build the simple shape of the entire ship before I start building all the accessories like the bridge tower and all these little greebles and knickknacks like the impulse engines too. Just because I'm not so familiar with this ship design, I want to make sure everything's in place before I start putting in the details. So thank you for watching, and I'll see you soon.